another video tutorial from Ryan Tutz at Belton New Tech High School. In this tutorial for Adobe Premiere Pro, I'm going to be talking about keyframes and making titles. So as you saw in my other video, I had this wonderful title at the very beginning of my video to show me. It was just a fun little title. I'm actually going to change it up a bit. So I'm just going to start from the flat, okay? So to create a title, you must go to Title, of course, in the separate area, and Default Still, because you want this to be a non-moving still. I'm going to call it Ryan Tutorials. So now you have a screen of wherever you are. So if I scroll this on, I can find out what it looks like on other places if I was going to move it anywhere. But I'm just going to have this at the very beginning. And you can create your text box. If you go to T, and then drag it right inside the inner box. This is what I like to use, the inner box. I'm going to write out what I'm going to say, which is Ryan Tutz. Now, it's very, very small, and to change that, you can just simply go to font size and scale that up, or here you can do that. Oh, whoopsie, I have the text tool on. Well, you will need to do that actually. You will definitely need to do that. But what you want to do first, before so you don't mess anything up, is go to these title styles down below. These are all pre-made titles that look really, really great. And so my personal favorite was this one, using this for my title. And it's still very small. So now I want to set the font size up. So I'm just going to drag it open until it's about as big as it can go. So wait until it pulls down. And now it pulls down. So I'm just going to wait, just go back a little bit, 75. That looks good. And so with that, you're going to want to go to your centering tools. This will center it within your entire screen. Now it's centered, now it's centered. There you go. And then I'm going to center it inside my box. It's going to look a little bit nicer. And boom, you have this nice looking, professional looking, see-through, where you can see the back of the screen through your title now on your video. With this here, if you did not want to use the default, or not default, if you do not want to use these presets, you can take the job of making your own. You can have shadows, changing the color of these shadows. It'll make it a little outline for your text, and you can change the color to like red. Now I've got a little red outline for my text. Color, I don't know, red and green. And then you can change the fonts, I don't know. But that's not what I did. I like this. I like this one. It's really appealing. And this is too slanted. I would have used this one, but it was too slanted over. I didn't want to have this. I want it to look more even and more nice. So there you go. Now that you've got your title made, you want it to look special now, and you want to put it on your clip. So once you make it, it'll be down here in this little area. This is my actual original one, but this is the new I'm going to use. I'm going to drag it in. I'm going to put it on top of my video. And it's extremely small. I think it's 2 seconds, yeah. It is 2 seconds long. And you don't want that. It's super, super short. So I'm going to go about right here. Looks good. And if you click and drag the edge, it'll just confine to wherever your red line is. So now you have this little tutorial, or not little tutorial, this little title for you to play with. Now you want to key it so it looks all nice. So if you click on it, it'll pull up a little window over here, and if it doesn't, you make sure you go to Effect Controls. Otherwise you'll be on like all this weird stuff. And what we're going to be doing, as you may have saw the title previously, was changing the opacity so it'll be fading out and having it grow bigger at the end. That is what the effect I used last time. So this number you control up and down. The bigger this number is, the lower down this goes. Then the lower the number is, the higher up it goes. This is the exact same. Higher the number of those, it goes to the right. And the lower it is, it goes to the left. That is me talking about position, of course. I don't know why I was looking at anchor point. And then the scale, I'll be growing it larger. But first we're going to do opacity. It's very simple, fading stuff out. So I'm going to go on and fade it from about here. This looks about good. It's almost near the end of the clip. And I'm going to click on this little triangle-like button. Add or remove keyframe. It'll set a keyframe in, and what keyframes do is they will set it so that at this exact moment of time, this item, for a title now in this example, will have this exact setting. And since it's on the opacity, that means that at this exact time it'll have 100% opacity. And then if I go over here, at the very end of the clip, I'm going to set another opacity keyframe. It means at this point in time, I want this opacity to be 0, meaning it cannot be seen. So it'll fade itself out. That's how simple it is. So now you have the fade effect. But look, that's the only one of all these effects that actually has a keyframe symbol. That means how can you change all these? Well, if you look at the difference in this one between all the others, is the fact that this little time watch has been clicked on. Toggle animation, it'll always be set on its own, this for opacity. Now I'm going to want this to scale, correct? I want this to grow larger. So I'm going to click on this so now I can make keyframes. But I actually want to get rid of this keyframe because I don't want that there. If you hold shift and then drag this around, it'll lock you onto the nearest keyframe. And so I want this, now I want to make my little keyframe. Boom. I want this point in time, I want this thing to be 100 scale, so it's completely normal. And then at this point in time, I want it to be at 130. And I do this by clicking and dragging. You can also click it and type it in if you want to. So now, boom, it grows outwards. There you go, look at that. So now you have this great looking title page for whatever your videos are. And I actually want more. I'm actually going to do something special that I did not do for my first video, is I'm going to make it move. So I'm going to use position. So I'm going to click on the time watch here. And so at this point in time I want it to be a completely normal scale. Or not scale, position. And now I want it to move down. So if I do this, move this to about 1200. That means it'll move between these two times. So if I just play this out, you can watch. It fades down towards the screen, towards the middle of the screen. You can also do that upwards if you had it lower than 720. Oh gosh, it's really low. 500, 501, whatever. And wait it out. It should go upwards, unless I said it wrong because I'm a dummy. Oh, I did set it wrong. Okay, I didn't lock on the keyframe. This goes to 500. 500 will work for an example. 501. And now it goes up because it's a lower number here. I'm going to go back here. And you can fiddle with that. That you can move. I'm using this one left and right. But I want this to be going down right now because it just looks the best to me personally, and that is what I want for my video. Thank you for watching. That has been my tutorial on keying scenes and making special effects using titles. I hope you all enjoy using Adobe Premiere for any of your videos in the future. I'm Ryan, signing out.